Hey there guys, what is going on? Sloppy here, and we are standing just on the edge of this PvP arena that I work on in streams, and it seems like I start every episode showing you guys the progress. I want to keep the YouTubes, the people who don't catch the streams, can't catch the streams, don't want to, it doesn't matter, whatever your reasoning. I just want to keep you in the loop with this project. So, you can see everything went to grass. It looks really cool on the map now, actually. I really like that. But yeah, I'm going to change the whole thing over to grass, and we also built this windmill in the stream. Well, I'm recording this Wednesday, so yesterday I streamed Creativers Tuesday and Thursday, right before these videos come out, actually, if you catch them at the time they come out. If not, Tuesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, I stream Creativers. Other days, I stream other things. But anyway, this is what I work on in stream, is this PvP arena in Creativers. So we had a lot of fun designing and building this windmill. It looks pretty good. It looks a little sort of silly and strange shaped, I think. But I think it kind of works for it. You can see we used patina roof. That was a stream suggestion from Tashlin, actually. Somebody else who was on the server who happened to be in the stream. It looks really cool. I love it. It plays the same as the other tower. We can go in. It has nothing hooked up yet because Lazy Man is on vacation and he does all of the machinery. You can see up here, it's... I think it's really cool. I really like it, and so yeah, if you're interested in this build, I stream it. I think you can also watch the streams on the YouTube channel if you were that curious about it, but if not, I'll just keep giving progress updates. Remy D is actually in the area. I think he's streaming right now. He's streaming most mornings. He's a good streamer if you guys are into creative or streaming. He streams sort of mornings in North America during the week. But yeah, we have to take the middle into grass. I'll do that next stream. I also don't know what the tower in the middle is going to be. If you guys have any ideas, we have this guy, we have a windmill. There's going to be something in the middle that's going to be a little bit bigger. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I've been working on in the stream, and it's going pretty well, I think. I think it looks all right. Remy is somewhere up here working on something. Remy found kind of a cool mechanic that you guys might find interesting. You can activate pressure plates using globs of goo. So if you guys didn't know, these globs of goo that you can use for building and stuff, you can actually throw. Which is it? Right click or left click? Left click. So you can actually throw them. They have kind of a weird flight path. They kind of do these weird lobbing things, but they're kind of cool to play with, and Remy D found out that you can activate pressure plates by throwing globs of goo onto them, so he's building some sort of mini game up here with that premise, which is exciting because I'm a fan of any mini games in the area, and it sounds kind of interesting. I haven't played around with the throwing mechanics in this game a lot. There's no ranged weapons or anything, so I've never really bothered to do it, but apparently the glob of goo stays on the pressure plate for a little bit of time, so maybe you can do like a target practice course or some sort of maze. I don't know what he's going to do up here. He seems to be clearing some area, and yeah. Remy D, twitch.tv/the Remy D, I believe. He streams a lot of Creativerse in the mornings. But anyway, I am going to work near spawn today. I just wanted to show you guys the minigame area and what I've been working on in streams. You know, I don't want you to be out of the loop with the big project. But anyway, I've got something I want to build over at spawn, which is going to be a little... It's going to be, I think, a strange one to build because it's not going to be a one-episode build, that's for sure. It's sort of two builds combined into one. And we can talk about the actual logistics of it when I get over towards spawn. I'm not sure what materials I'm going to build with yet either. I have a sort of rough idea. My goal is to not use any industrial blocks in it because I'm doing a lot of builds with those, and as beautiful as they are, let's chill with those. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of medieval stone and wood, but I also do that a lot too, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll meet you guys over at spawn. That's Lazy Man's Spleef game. You can see it on his channel, Heated Barrels. There's just a lot of cool stuff happening over here. Anyway, I'll meet you guys over at spawn and we'll talk about the idea. We are over at spawn and it is looking spiffy and slick and good. Yeah. Anyway, what I want to build today is sort of a project, the start of a project that will last a very long time. Spawn is probably the most active area on the server, as it probably should be. You know, that's sort of how servers work. That's why you have spawns, I guess. A little laggy, but not bad. So what I was thinking is I did a treasure spawning room in the Creatinators server. It went really well, actually. I used, or not the Project Singularity server. I did a treasure spawning room that worked fairly well. It just wasn't quite large enough, or whatever have you. It wasn't, it wasn't large enough. There wasn't enough sort of activeness around it. I didn't light up the edges enough. So what I was thinking is here, I'd like to have that. So I'm going to hollow out some space underneath this area, which will be lovely. But on top of that, I would like a way to get down to those without it being too much of a hassle. So that kind of led me to this idea. I talked with a few other people, and we were talking about how we probably need some sort of teleporter hub. You know, I think every server needs one. Teleporter hubs to go to all the important teleporting places. Now, that's not exactly what I'm going to build, because I think somebody who's better at building, wink, wink, I think someone who's better at building should do that, because I think you could do something really cool with it. So what I was thinking is a teleporter hub that, for one, gets us to all the important mining floors. So your stalactite layer, your fossil, your corruption, and whatnot. So we need a way to get to all of those, and we're going to do those ones right underneath spawn, because that's, I want to be mining down there so that we can sort of mine and get our iron and whatnot, but also clear out our treasure spawning rooms. The other big thing is, I think for mine, I'm going to call it sort of the nature teleporter room. We'll have a teleporter room that somebody will build somewhere, I hope, that's really gorgeous and whatnot, that will go to people's bases and all of the important areas of the server. This one down here is going to have a teleporter to each biome. Every biome is going to have a teleporter. There's going to be a teleporter to each biome and to each floor of our treasure spawning room, which also doubles as sort of our mining room. So it's not actually, it's a finite number of teleporters, one, so I can design the room to a finite number. And it's not something you have to access super often, you know what I mean? This isn't like a super, it doesn't have to be a super big thing, because it's more of a convenience than a, does this make sense to you guys? There's not going to be teleporters to anyone's base or anything, just to essentially mining areas. So a canyon that people can tear apart, a frozen ocean, a insert forest that we can deforest sort of thing. So it's more of a utility room that I want to do a little bit of work with. Alright, that was a 3-minute explanation that I hope you guys understood. I'm going to put it right here. I wanted it to be sort of central in spawn. This is sort of the area that everyone's still sort of building in. We haven't expanded too far on the outer sides. So I was thinking right here would be good. I'm going to put it underground because, yeah, I'm just going to put it underground. I didn't want to take this center hill, so I'm going to put it underground. I think that'll be good. I don't know why I decided to build everything. You know, then you don't have to build an exterior, I guess. Maybe we should build it above ground. No. No, no, no. Don't go back on my haunches. I think right here will be good. It's not going to be a huge room, so I don't think it'll be too big of a hassle. But anyway, that's what we're going to build. I think first things first, I want to clear out some land. Also, the nice part is then someone could build something nice up here if they want, which is kind of nice. Maybe even the other teleporter room to people's bases, you know, the nice one, can be right on top, maybe. I don't know. Anywho, I also just love building things that spawn, you know, get a nice full center of the world or whatever. I think it might be an idea to make some TNT or something to speed this up, because I do not want to do all that digging. Alright, let's do a little bit of the TNT goodness. Where'd it go? Could have sworn I was just looking at it. Strong TNT seems cheaper. You know, I would much rather use stalactite than I would limestone. Maybe that's just me. But, oof. Boy, oh boy. Alright, let's just, how much does this blow up? How much does this blow up is what I'm curious about. Not bad. This will save me some time. This will save me some time, and it's dirt cheap. Beautiful. Also, I figured it out. So there are 14 biomes in the game. There are 14 biomes, and there are 4 underground biomes that we have to go to. So we need 18 teleporters in total. I'm thinking we might be able to get that a little bit lower, just because I think we can, you know, put a teleporter directly between a desert and a savanna, or this sorts of things. But 18 isn't bad, 9 on either side. I mean, I kind of want to separate them 14 and 4 just so we can have sort of all of the biomes and then, you know, all of the biomes and then all of the underground stuff. So I think that's how I want to separate them. I'm not sure exactly how big of a room. Gosh, how good does this glowing ore look, though? Seriously, it is so gorgeous. I love it. Let's put you back there and see what happens. Let's put you back there and see what happens. I activated you, right? Maybe. Okay. So I think I want it to be about this height here, and we're gonna have basically a straight walkway, I think. I want a little bit of a weird shape to the room. I think I'm gonna do sort of almost 2 separate rooms. We'll get to that in a second, and I think I'm low enough down that I won't end up bumping out the back. Yeah, this stays a little bit higher up here. So I think I've got a little bit of space to work with, but I'm going to use, well, I think I want to use some of the Grecian blocks. We haven't built too much. I've been thinking about it a lot. The stone would be kind of a nice vibe. I think it'd be cool because you're kind of underneath the ground. But at the same time, you know, I think the Grecian would have kind of a cool appeal, perhaps. So I think I might roll with sort of a Grecian style teleporter room. But we'll get to that in a second. I think what I want to do is get some torches, get a floor down, and then we'll sort of go from there. For the floor in the middle, I haven't picked a block yet. I haven't picked a block yet for the floor in the middle. How do I want to do a path? Interesting question. I have a bit of an idea. So what I was sort of thinking just now when I said I'm sort of thinking would be like this with this as a trim. I don't think it would be bad to make this like a very prim and proper room, very bright. I think it could be kind of cool, but I also think it might be kind of cool to make it like a dingy underground. Well, it's sort of an official, maybe what I'll try and do, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this sort of like old abandoned look, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to build it Grecian and then add in some leaves and stuff to make it look like, you know, the city was built, they had these amazing castles and stuff, they built this amazing room and then sort of just left it. That's what we're going to go for here. So the first thing would be to build it super Grecian, and then I think to dissuade it slightly. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and figure out exactly what I'm going to do, and we will go from there. I haven't done a huge amount of building, but I did do some planning for this one, and I also just recorded a little thing with Sidemaster, which will come out on Saturday, which is a bit of an unusual time, but it'll be good. So I've separated them into warm biomes, cold biomes, and neutral biomes. And there's 14 biomes total. So 4 warm, 4 cold. I don't know which side will be which, but 4 warm, 4 cold. And then neutral will be somewhere. And then what I'm thinking is maybe doing a little, we're going to do like a little, these are going to be little squares essentially, because neutral's going to go sort of along the back. And in each square, I'm going to try and make it look like the downstairs biome that it is. Downstairs being like, one of these is going to be like a fossil square, one of these is going to be a corruption, and there's going to be a teleporter in the middle, so, you know, if you want to go to the lava layer, you jump in the lava layer, corruption, and etc. I think that's how I want to do it, which is a bit of an outside idea, but I think it'll be cool. Again, I don't think I'm going to finish this build today, which is fine. I think what I want to do is get all the floor in, and then maybe mock up the walls for one of the side. Some of my recording time today has been taken by building with side in a bit. But I think what I want to do is maybe get sort of one of the sides done so we can see what it's going to look like, and then we'll finish it next time. But yeah, so the ones with 4, which are cold and warm. Cold I had to stretch a little bit. Tundra counts as a cold biome to me. Warm, we have canyon, savanna, dunes, jungle, I think are the warm biomes. But yeah, so cold and warm are going to have 4, which is going to look like this. This is where the teleporters are going to be. And then we'll have to figure out, the walls are going to be sort of this area there. Yeah, I think I might even put stairs down into the neutral area, which might be kind of cool. But I think what I want to do is maybe just mock up one of these and see sort of what we can get for a design. Well, I thought I'd show you guys what I am doing down here. So first thing I want to get a good size for these. I wanted them to be very square. So imagine this going down a couple blocks, probably 3 or 4 blocks, just in case stuff spawns. I don't want it flying up. And then we're going to make it a mini biome, sort of like we did with the Museum of All Things. Sort of a miniature biome with a teleporter in it, and that's how we're going to get to the 4 underground biomes, because we have fossil, stalactite, lava, corruption. And then we're going to mine those out for resources and also to make a big treasure spawning room. So I think that'll be cool. And then the ones with 4 sides are going to look like this. Now what I wanted to ask you guys was, how should I label them? So I was going to do something here that sort of says warm biomes or cold biomes, whatever side this is, and do something. And I was thinking maybe we could put a block here that signifies what it is and then a sign on the wall. But I was wondering if you guys had any creative ways in this space of how to signal what biome each teleporter goes to. So for example, canyon, savanna, dunes, jungle. Those all have an individual block that we could put here. So, you know, dunes, we could put sand, savanna, savanna grass, canyon, jungle, detritus. But for the cold biome, you know, frozen desert and taiga, mountain, tundra. Yes, you could have a different block for all those, but I don't think it'd quite work in the same way. So I guess what I'm asking is if you guys have an idea for how to label what these are. We could do an arc sign popping up through the ground, maybe. I don't know. I'm curious if you guys have any sort of cool creative suggestions. But yeah, that's what this is going to look like. And then the roof, we're probably going to arch in the middle here. It's not going to be sort of this height across the thing. And then maybe we'll go down back here or just back and have a bigger room. Because that one's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The back one there is going to have 6 biomes in it. So we'll figure out how to do that. But I really like the square idea with a miniature biome. I would mock one up, but I'm actually out of time for today. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of this. And if you have any creative ideas, we'll work on it again Tuesday, probably finish it off, and then we'll rough it up with leaves and stuff. I think the middle roof will be kind of an interesting thing. I'm also thinking maybe for a doorway, instead of just doing an open sort of thing like this, we might do some sort of block phaser mechanic or something. But yeah, that's it for me today. I ran out of time, but I did record something with Side that'll be coming out Saturday, which is kind of cool. So let me know what you guys think of this. As per usual in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Creativerse, more other stuff, more whatever, more me, I guess. I did a big smile for you guys. Yeah, until next time, ciao.